Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel, Mr. MSc Nutrition. And without wasting our time in the hello, welcome, let's get started to our today's topic. Okay, so our today's topic is the principle. Okay, principle of meal planning. Okay, meal planning and meal planning for adult. Okay, this is our today's topic. Okay, so in this topic, what points we discuss? First we discuss the point that we discuss in this topic. Number one point is, first of all, we must know what is meal planning. Okay, so meal planning, first our point. Okay, meal planning. Then next point is our aim of this meal planning. Okay, aim of MP. Okay, meal planning, I write it just MP. Then our next topic is the factor. Okay, to be considered, factor affecting, not factor consider. Okay, consider what in MP, meal planning. Okay, let's go to next our next fourth point. Okay, fourth point, after this factor, then we goes to the topic that is adult. Okay, so adult, this topic is come after that. Okay, and what we discuss in the adult, first of all, what is mean by the adult? Adult means was what? Adult means what? After the from the 12 year above. Okay, 12 year above, any male or female. Okay, 12 year above, anyone that is above the 12 year or 12 and above. Okay, 12 and above. Okay, after the 12 year you are considered, or you are adult. Okay, you are fully grown, you are physically, or you're grown. Okay, then we discuss in that. Next is the fifth point in this we discuss is what? Recommended dietary. One by one we discuss all these points that are written here, just we now to know. Okay, recommended dietary. Okay, dietary allowance. Okay, for the adult. Okay, recommended dietary allowance for the adults. Okay, then next point that we discuss in this topic is what? Okay, in my front, I am just looking the book. Okay, so don't worry about it, just to note down the point what we discuss in this topic. Okay, so in that what we discuss the next point here. Okay, this is all about then meal planning for adult. Then we started, after these recommended dietary allowance for adult, then we started a meal planning, our main topic, that is meal planning for the adult. Okay, for the adult. Okay, this is 6 point. Next point is what? After these point, then we discuss just simple, this is our overall. Okay, points. Number one, we discuss meal planning, then we discuss aim of meal planning, then we discuss the factor considered in meal planning. Okay, in next we discuss the what is adult, what is called adult. Okay, after the 12 year, or when we are become a 12 year, any person after the 12 or 12 year, after the 12 year, or they are reach the 12 year is complete, then is that called a adult, that considered as adult up to the, so after the, so 12 year from the death, you are now considered as a adult, you are become adult. Okay, up to the death you are a adult, from 12 year up to the death of the life, after the death, your death, you are considered as an adult. Okay, next is, okay, Next is what? Recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for the adult is what? Then we discuss the meal planning for the adult, and after this, okay, this is all about the point that we discuss in this topic. Now let's get started with our first point. Okay, now the come with our first point, that is meal planning. Okay, so meal planning is what? In our home, our mom plan a meal of our day in our home. Obviously our mom, or the whatever the, okay, our mom or whatever, in our काम वाली बाई, that okay, that decide our meal, or we say them the you make this kind of food, that kind of food. Okay, so what is the meal planning? So in meal planning, what point is come in meal planning? How? Yes, what point is come in meal planning? Number one, how much, yes, how much to buy, then next come is how to prepare food. Yes, how to prepare food, you must know. Then you must know how much to, yes, how much to spend, yes, time, how much to spend, okay, I remove this. Okay, so then the how much to, okay, 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 then we discuss how much to, okay, just select what is, then we discuss the how much to, okay, then I discuss why the size is, okay, I decrease the size, okay, then I discuss the, okay, then we say how much to food, then we say the how much to, yes, to what hour, or yes, how much to spend, okay, how much to spend, nothing but time, how much time is required for that. Okay, so all these points, how much to buy, how much to spend, yes, these all point come in what? Come in the meal planning. Then in meal planning, yes, is a what actually, if it called a definition of meal planning. So meal planning, okay, meal planning is what? Is a exercise, a practical exercise, okay, is a exercise, okay, simple practical exercise involves simple practical exercise, and that involve the applying the knowledge, involve what? Applying the knowledge of food, okay, and to nutrient requirement, knowledge of food, the nutrient requirement, okay, and individual preference, and individual preference. So its exercise involve applying the knowledge of the food, then the nutrient requirement, which is defined meal planning. Okay, so we don't have a knowledge of food. Obviously, we don't have knowledge of food. We are learner. After the entire our course is completed, that is MSc Nutrition, then we have a knowledge of the food, because the lot of information is. Then after completing, we have that information. Okay, the nutrient requirement and individual preference, an acceptable meal and acceptable acceptable meal. We cannot say in one word that meal planning is this. No, meal planning involves a lot of things. Meal planning involves applying the food knowledge, then the nutrient requirement, and the individual preference that everyone must like that. Okay, individual preference to plan adequate. Okay, that's everyone can like that. Okay, and meal acceptable meal. Okay, so meal planning is what is a plan is what exercise is a simple exercise that involve individual preference, nutrient requirement of all the individual, and meal acceptable meal and acceptable meal. All these are called a meal planning. Or meal planning means a planning for adequate nutrition. Or in simple word, we can say the meal planning is what meal planning is what meal planning is what planning for adequate nutrition. That is called a meal planning. Okay, so meal planning is a planning for adequate nutrition. Main focus is what? Nutrition. Okay, applying the food knowledge, the nutrient requirement. Okay, individual preference means what? Meal planning in simple one word is what meal planning is for planning of the adequate nutrition. Simple. Okay, and one of the myth that meal planning is not only related with the what selection of right kind of food, not only related with the selection of right kind of food, selection of right food is not only related with only this, that selecting the right kind of food. Okay, then what? To meet a selection of right kind of need and meet a nutrient need, not only related with selection and nutrient needs, they also related with what? They related with related with what? Whatever you are mealing, whatever the meal is preparing, that meal is what? Must be look good. What? Look good. Because whatever that must be look good, not only nutritious, that meal must be looking good. If that meal is not looking good, okay, if the meal is not looking good, then how anyone can take this meal? Okay, meal must be good looking, because when we eat the food, when that become attractive, when the flavor or the yes flavor, taste, or the first we see, when we see the food, before eating the food we see that meal, that food we see, if that food is accepted by our eyes, then we start eating that food. And if our eyes not accept that meal, then we not take that meal. Okay, so because we just take that meal just putting to fulfill our hunger, that's it. But if the food become looking good, that have a scent, not scent, what that called, that have a must have a good smell. Okay, they have a good smell. Okay, good smell, good taste. Okay, good taste, that also means what? They are acceptable meal, must be acceptable meal. And making these acceptable meal, okay, this require creativity and imagination require. So this is a one kind of art to make the meal, to plan or to make a meal is a one kind of art. Okay, so I hope you like this video. If you like this video, then just subscribe the channel and to get know the notification of the further videos. Okay, so So thank you for watching this video.